Hi everybody, we are Out Corporate, a group of architects and engineers researching at the Technical University in Vienna and working for Bollinger & Grohmann, a structural engineering company in Germany. In our project we are focusing on an everyday problem, which is the tiring process of exporting the architectural model into our structural analysis software. And the software we used here was Revit for the architectural model, and Luval Air FEM for structural analysis. And let's explain you the problem a bit more in detail. The way the architects design the model is with volumes, but we can't actually use it for our structural calculation. What we need is the analytical model consisting of surfaces and just lines for the beams and columns. And Revit is doing a great job on this already, like extracting the analytical model out of the architectural model. But as we can see here, there's still some problems. It's still a bit buggy that the columns don't actually intersect with the surface, and the beams, they are not actually connected with the surface either. And we wanted to automate this process. It was the first part, and the second part was to automatically transfer the analytical model out of Revit into our structural engineering software. And yeah, here we see the problems a bit more in detail.
Yeah, we have to say that if the center lines are not connected, the FE model calculation software will not join them, and they not work as a resistance system. So that's why it's so important that also for the columns, the whole points are connected in one node.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what we did in Dynamo was to write a script which connects the columns directly with the surface, and also the same thing for the beams. And yeah, as I said, we used Dynamo and also customized C# scripts.
Yeah, but this is a work in progress still. The second part will be to make it more compact and more sophisticated. We had some general troubles with the axes because they were basically somehow split it in three parts.
Yeah, and, but it was the problem of our model we used.
No, it was a transfer problem, basically from Revit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
From Revit. In Revit there was one axis line, and in Dynamo it transferred to three single lines. Yeah.
So basically
So now we get to the second part, like transferring the analytical model into our structural engineering software.
Okay, so basically the last step of our workflow is to import the Revit model into our finite element software, that is RFEM. So for this purpose, we've created these custom zero-touch nodes with C# for Dynamo, which allows us to take not only the geometry of the elements in Revit, but also the properties of these elements. So basically, what we would have to do in the past, and by we I mean almost every structural engineer, would be to import some architectural AutoCAD drawings into our program, and then to say, okay, this beam is going to have this cross-section, and this slab is going to have that thickness, and so on. And now with Dynamo, we can do it automatically, which it clearly speeds up our workflow. So yeah, what you are seeing was developed during this hackathon. So everything was done by scratch, and don't take it as a finished project, because we have still a lot of work to do. And finally, yeah, we would like to thank the organization and the instructors, and Keith and Mike from the Dynamo developing staff for letting us with this fantastic opportunity to learn this tool. So thank you very much.